Hey folks, welcome back. This is going to be the first in a next little small series of videos for when you're ready to harvest and then potentially transfer into your next grow cycle. So we're going to start with harvesting, and we're going to go over how to drain and clean in a couple of videos following this. Specifically starting with harvesting, there are a couple ways that you can go about doing that. There's harvesting a whole plant, or selectively harvesting or partially harvesting, which we'll get to in a minute. So harvesting the whole plant is exactly what it sounds like. It'll typically, especially for growing leafy vegetables like lettuce, be maybe about a few weeks after you've transplanted into your LF1. And so what you're going to do is you're going to go ahead, pull out the net basket with the plant. You're going to take the roots and just tear them off. They'll come off pretty easily. They're compostable, so if you compost, which we encourage, you can go ahead and separate those. You'll take the plant and just pull it out from the net basket. You can set that aside. And then if you're going to eat the lettuce that night, for example, for dinner, or in a meal shortly soon after, you go ahead, tear from the roots, pull off the foam medium. This you will throw away, and then you have your leafy greens. Go ahead and put them into your lettuce bowl or Tupperware or whatever sort of thing you got going. Conversely, another option is if you're maybe looking to make room in your LF1 for the next crop, if you're not quite ready to eat your leafy greens, what you can do is pull out the crop. Again, you can tear off the roots, throw them into your compost or trash can, pull off the net basket, put that aside. And in this case, leave the medium on there. Just stick it in a bowl, put some water in it, and that kind of just allows you to extend the life of the plant, which is great. You get a nice little ambiance and decoration, and then you can have your lettuce, a day or two later, and it's still good. As you're harvesting, a couple of things. One, as I mentioned, if you're getting ready to put in a new crop, what we suggest you do is start germinating maybe a week or two prior, so that way those plants are ready to be transplanted, and you can just replace the ones you've just harvested. Whether you're doing part of a tray or a whole tray or your entire system, that way you're ready to go. On the other hand, if you're not quite ready or the plant hasn't quite germinated, what we suggest you do, especially if you're harvesting a partial tray, is get something like maybe a small piece of cardboard or a dark piece of paper and just cover the slot. That way there's no light getting in to the tray, into the water and the nutrients, therefore preventing any potential algae growth, which we want to try to avoid. Okay, so that was harvesting whole. So now for selective or partially harvesting or clipping, again, it's pretty straightforward. You can do that with your lettuce or your leafy vegetables as well. Maybe if you want to use them more as a garnish, or kind of just supplement a dish, so you don't have to wait the full few weeks. You can pick them any time, use them to decorate your meals that way. Or if you're using herbs, also an option. Herbs generally will take longer than lettuce, so just keep that in mind when growing, especially if you're growing them together. As far as the harvesting, what you're going to do is you want to basically try and pick the bigger leaves, the ones that are probably going to be on the outside. Maybe work your way in. That way you can let the leaves underneath the understudy continue to grow, and your plant will continue to go from there. So what you do is you simply find the bigger leaf, just pick like that, and then throw it into your pomodoro or whatever you're making that night, and then go from there. And in your plant, just leave it there. It'll continue to grow and continue to provide that great scent and just great look.